pressures and temps all look great. You guys ready to go?
Yep.
Goshen traffic, helicopter 502 will be departing off the east hangars with departure off to the southwest. Goshen.
All right, and away we go.
What everybody's been asking for right here.
What a nice machine. Hey, it's Kenny with Helicopter Airline Ground School. This is Hog's Daily Flight Brief. I'm Kenny Keller, creator of Helicopter Airline Ground School. Chris Hauser, currently with Sweet Aviation. You've been seeing him in these Hog's Daily Brief videos, and you've met Randy the last 3 days if you've caught the last 3 videos, which you should have. If not, go back and watch them now. Randy Sharkey is with Sweet Helicopters, and he is a designated pilot examiner. So what we're going to do is give you Randy's top 10 pet peeves. These are things that he sees as a designated examiner. Everybody always wants tips for a check ride. Here you go. We're going to have 10 of them for you from a DPE. So Randy, go ahead and just give us your number 1 pet peeve.
Hey, Kenny, welcome aboard. Chris, good to have you. Chris, why don't you take the controls and you focus on flying, and I will talk about the top 10 pet peeves for DPEs. Just a disclaimer that I want to make, Kenny, is that today's recommendations and suggestions are based on my observations and just mine only. So I hope they're helpful. You know, that's the idea. That's why I'm here. And please understand that these suggestions and recommendations are by no means mandated by the FAA. So one of the 10 pet peeves that I have is this comment right here, Kenny. Man, I wasn't prepared for the winds. That is one of the most common statements that I hear during a check ride. Man, I just wasn't prepared for the winds. So, having said that, Kenny, I just want to let your fans know, your followers know, to make sure that their instructor flies with them, even on the windy days, even on the gusty days, because depending upon the instructor that day, he may not give a lot of grace. Helicopters are not like airplanes, where airplanes do have a crosswind component limitation. We don't have that crosswind component because we are always into the wind. So that's my first one, guys. What do you think?
That's a great one, Randy, and I like it because luckily I was taught early on as a new CFI, the guy I worked for said, make sure you take your students out on high wind days and make sure you put it in the logbook. And it makes sense now with my years of teaching. If you're not ready to go out and handle winds for the examiner, you're probably not ready to be a private pilot. And I think that's really the basics of it, right? If you're only going out on beautiful days, then you get a private and you get turned out into the world and you can't handle the wind and you lose your life in the aircraft because you weren't prepared. So I think it is a great tip. And I was kind of surprised with that one just because, well, I'm not an examiner, right? So I wouldn't know that. You know, I can only give my thoughts as a CFI. So that's a great one, Randy. We appreciate that very much.
And and just
go ahead,
add on to that just real quick.
Yes, please do, Chris Hauser.
I totally agree with that. And I make sure that I go fly with my students on a windy day. They may even text me or call me and say, hey, it's 10 gusting to 14 out there. I don't know. I'm like, nope, we're going to fly because you have to experience winds. Now, do I recommend them going out there on a solo flight with winds 15? No, of course not. But I will take them out there on a 20-knot day or even up to 24, 25 knots just so they can have the experience. And you're exactly right. I will log that in their logbook. Hey, winds 20, gusting to 25, just so that they have the practice. Yes. So I do make my guys experience that.
Absolutely. Great tip. So if your instructor's not flying you on windy days, encourage it. Ask to go out and learn. I mean, you still got to use caution, but you need to experience that wind and know what it feels like so you know you can get home if you get unexpected turbulence, which happens. The weather doesn't always come out the way it's expected. So awesome, Randy. Top 10 check ride tips. This is down below. Free PDF, or we ship it to you for just $7 shipping and handling. So like and subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow, where Randy's going to give us number 2. So again, like Randy said, these are food for thought. He's giving you his opinions. You still have to abide by the PTS. That will soon be the ACS. Your pilot's operating handbook for the aircraft you're flying. There's a lot of things that you have to follow. So come back tomorrow for the next tip. Peace out.
Good.
Nice.
Just like that.
That was good. I like that.
Yeah, that one worked out really well, guys. Yeah, really well.
Check.
1, 2, 3.
Check. How we doing, guys?
Awesome.
Everything's looking, those are still recording for sure. I see red lights.
Good deal. Red is good.
All right.
You ready to go?
I am ready.
Okay.
How'd the live go?
It's windy out, so hopefully I'm worried that it'll sound like hell, but
Because of the just the surface winds.
because of the surface winds, yeah. And I have a special mic for that.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Of course, we didn't help the situation, eh?
That's all right.